It's not like you wanted to be a hairdresser, it just happened. Do you feel like it's like me when I stepped into the makeup world, it fell on my lap almost. And I had no inclination of what I'd be doing, where the industry goes. There was no information really to find all that knowledge. And you've basically learned everything on the job, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've just been in it, watching it, absorbing it, working it myself. You know, if you don't live it, I know it's a bit cliche. If you don't live it, if you don't breathe it, you're never gonna really capture it. You know, you've literally got to just jump in. And, you know, from day one, you know, I was told that this potentially, okay, not from day one, 3 months in, okay, I was told that, you know, potentially this is a wrong choice, Cos, for you to pick. You know, I wasn't a hair guy, a makeup guy, a fashion guy. I was, you know, I was a bit of a lad. You know, I love my motorbikes, love my cars, I love my, you know, drinking, going out, whatever it is. You know, you know, I didn't have that kind of essence, that touch. You know, so I literally learned everything. So when they say, you know, oh, you know, he's a natural or she's a natural, yeah, you can have a little flair, but unless you really work hard for it and grab it by the scruff of the neck, it's you're never going to be the best. You know, and I know, you know, we've got a very similar mindset in terms of we just go out and get it and keep going and keep going and keep going, you know. And, you know, through this pandemic, I haven't stopped working once. If anything, I've worked even harder, you know, and embraced the technology to suddenly go global. You know, okay, I love jumping on an aeroplane, but you know what? I don't need to anymore for the time being. And just the way we're talking now as well, you know, it's amazing.
So you love all the traveling and all those little things, but what made you a better hairdresser? Because you won loads of awards. So what do you think are like the key pointers that made you a better hairdresser?
People. The people you surround yourself with, the people you collaborate with. You know, there's no such thing as a one-man job as far as I'm concerned. And you know, when we're on a shoot, you know, we've got the team there, haven't we? You know, and you know, the team are integral to it. You know, the photographer, you know, yourself, the makeup artist, the stylist, all the hair team, you know, the models, you know, everything needs to be right. So one, there's the preparation, because look, one, a shoot costs a lot of money. Two, there's no second chance. You don't go back the next day and go, oops, can we reshoot? You know, the day's the day, isn't it? You know, and if you think that post-production is going to save your life, then you shouldn't really turn up on that day, you know, because, you know, it makes a difference. So it's all about the people. And, you know, one of the reasons why I asked you, Lan, you know, how many times do I really give you a brief? Or do I say, look, Lan, this is the idea, just be you, you know, and that's why I love working with you, because you be you, you know, and you give me the makeup equivalent of what I need to do with the hair.
The shows that you do are humongous, and you've got such a powerful team, and you've got teams from all around the world joining in as well, and that's what I love about Toni Guy, is just that the people, it's such a good atmosphere. So how do you keep, because you've got loads of people that are there for years, and a lot of people I've collaborated with have come from Toni Guy, you know, and gone to do very well in the session world as well. So how do you keep, you know, the importance of that motivation? Because you're always so happy. And I know hairdressers are known to be the happiest people in the world.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a secret there, Cos.
What's the secret? You know, just going back to that point, one, yeah, we're the happiest people in the world and the happiest profession to be part of. But, you know, during this pandemic, hairdressers have really elevated themselves within the public perception. You know, when can I go back to the hairdressers? Look at my roots, look at my hair. Oh my God, you know, and I think what's changed is the superficial side of hair is not just about how you look on the outside, but it's about how it makes you feel on the inside. So we make you look good on the outside, but it makes you feel incredible on the inside, you know. And I think it's that wellness of hair that has really just captured the public's imagination during this pandemic, you know. And literally our bookings and our online bookings are literally going months and months and months and months waiting lists because everybody's just trying to book to get their hair cut.
Well, I'm never going to get mine done.
I've deferred. Yeah, we need to get you back in soon.
In terms of like having such a long career, you know, and how do you stay motivated and maintain your position in what you do? You know, obviously you've worked up the ranks and you've got that, and you practically help run the company and lead so many people, mentoring. You know how, obviously there's always hard parts. So how, you know, give me some insight into some of the most difficult things that you have to deal with and how you've overcome, you know.
You know, it's a very personalized industry. It's a very people industry. You know, we're always talking, you know, it's about teams. It's about, you know, creative people and also passionate people and people that are motivated. Yeah. So they always want the next step. They all want the next step on that ladder, including myself, you know. And it's very much about managing people. You know, I've always been able to manage myself and give myself goals to hit. But I feel there's two things I can do. One, I love going to work. I think in 28 years, the only time I've been off is because I had an operation on my knee. So I literally couldn't go. So sick or not sick, I go to work. I don't do sickies. I don't think I've used a sick day in 28 years. And I don't, you know, I couldn't think about not waking up and going. I love it. But also at the same time, when I walk out and I close the academy door or the salon door, I leave work behind. And what I take with me is I take the fun part, you know, the shoots, the inspirational part, the show bits. I take our colleagues out with us and we go and have a drink, but we don't talk about work, you know, and we don't talk about, you leave the work stuff there and you bring the fun bit out. And I think that's the big secret. You know, when you bring your work home and you can't escape, that's when you can suffocate. And I've seen so many people do that. So it's a bit about having the discipline, whether you love it or not, is having the discipline to differentiate, you know, what is your personal life, your home life, your friends' life, your family life. You know, if I brought my work home every day, you know, you just wouldn't be able to recharge and reset and ready for the next day. You know, and you just got to have goals as well, you know, set goals, reach them. If you can't reach them, why aren't you reaching them? Take a little detour until you get there, you know. And if something's unachievable, is don't keep banging against that same hurdle. Yeah, find out the reason why it's not, make that adjustment and get there and adjust those goals or adjust the route until you achieve it. You know, I see a lot of people keep coming in day after day, day after day. Why aren't I improving? Why aren't I developing? Why aren't I moving forward? That's it, because you do the same thing day in, day out. Yeah, the way you wake up, you put your socks on first, then your pants, then your trousers, and that's what you're doing every day. It doesn't work. Yeah, let's change it. Why don't you put your top on first, then your pants, then just until we find the answer. I'm happy to do it with you. Let's discover it together. Yeah. But if you're just going to be, you know, mundane about it and not have imagination about it, well, then that's where you're going to stay.